Today's subject is how do you deal with people who don't support you, more specifically your dream, because a dream is something absurd. A dream is something that isn't feasible to a lot of people, something that they don't really believe can be your reality. But the truth is, anything can be your reality. Anything you can dream of, you can make reality. You can be an astronaut, you can become paid for literally anything. Whatever you want to get paid for, there is money in that. Like this rock, I'm sure if I wanted to start a rock business, I could do it, because these rocks get sold somewhere in the world. They serve a purpose. Now, I don't know how, but if I started dedicating the rest of my life to learning about rocks, I'll probably have a good chance of making it my career. Now, I'm not passionate about rocks. I'm not Camp Patterson. I'm Sedulous Camp. But my point is, you can have dreams and you can be easily deterred from them whenever people don't believe in you. But whenever somebody does believe in you, it makes it seem so much more feasible, and it just boosts your motivation so much. It amplifies your belief. Whatever dream you have in your head now, you probably have doubts. If it's a dream, it's probably far-fetched. I don't exactly know what that word means, but I'm pretty sure I used it in the right sense. But if you dream big, then not a lot of people are going to be successful at it. Only the people who have dedicated their time to it. And majority of people just don't see it being reasonable, not seeing it being likely, so they don't do it. And especially the older generation, they've been through a lot of life and their dreams didn't come true, so they are usually against promoting dreams because they want you to allocate your time towards security. But the thing about the old way of security is you pick one thing and you just stay in the system until eventually it pays off. But in reality, it never does, because the alternative is you take a risk, you chase your dream, and what if it pays off? What if you do become successful? What if your rock business does take off? It has no limit. Rather than you working for somebody above you, there is no cap. Let me use an example. I want to be a YouTuber, and luckily I've gotten a lot of support from my family and friends. But if somebody were to try to deter me from it, it would not be a good feeling. It would start to instill disbelief. That is a negative feeling, and if you feed into that, it is only going to hold you back. It is only going to lessen your chances of your dreams becoming true. But why would you allow that to take that advantage over you when your dreams can come true? I can be a YouTuber, and that fact alone gives me enough motivation to pursue it, to make YouTube videos. Luckily, there are a ton of people who have become successful doing YouTube, so that is a lot of proof that I can become a YouTuber, because they are just as capable as me. The only difference is how they allocated their time. They put the time in, so they got the result. I'm still putting my time in until I get that result. But if you allow disbelief to overcome you, then you're not going to put in the same amount of time, and that's going to hold you back so much. You're going to take so much longer to achieve your dreams. By the way, a long time ago, I asked my friend Billy about any questions that he think I should talk about, that I should discuss, and this is what the question was. So I'm glad he gave me that question, because it's a great question, and now I can just go deep into it and hopefully inspire somebody to chase their dreams, because it is possible. It can be your reality. Got some playdate friends. Oh, he's going crazy. So I'm joined at the dog park with Katie, and I'm gonna tell her what I was talking about. So basically I was talking about how if you have dreams, how if people don't support you, it can usually, deter you from chasing your dreams. But I was just saying how, I believe that you can dream as big as you want, and it is achievable, and you can pretty much do anything you put your mind to. So would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. But then also, when people usually, not belittle your dreams, but kind of, chase them or, shoot them down, they'll, bring other factors into it, like money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, so I like to use Mr. Beast as an example, because he's one of my idols, and he made YouTube videos for so long and he made no money from it. And he has a supportive mother, but she didn't understand what it could have become. She had no idea that he could have reached the amount of success that he has now. So she obviously was against it in that form, and she praised that he went to college, and he ended up not going to college. He tricked her into thinking that he was going, but he actually wasn't. He was chasing YouTube until eventually it did pay off. So you're right, whenever people try to say factors, that is true, but that's just from their experience. His mom wasn't a YouTuber, so she had no idea. She was raised in a different generation. So would you say it's smart to just focus on your intuition and your belief and not let negative energy, people who don't believe in you, really affect you that much? Because it really can hold you back. And imagine if you knew for a fact that you could achieve that dream if you didn't listen to that person. But if you give in to that person, what if that's the reason why you never achieved your dreams?
True. So true.
So do you have any dreams? Have you ever had?
Yeah, because I'm going to school to be a dental hygienist, but I'm always like, why don't I just do the extra 4 years and become an actual dentist? But then everyone's like, your student loans are like crazy. And I'm like, okay, but then once you become a dentist, like, you'll pay them off eventually.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Depends after I get out of hygiene school, because I start that in like a month.
So do you know if that is what you really want?
No. No, I don't know.
That's all right. That's the main factor, I believe. You know, if you know what you want, then that's all you need. You just have to gradually improve and stay persistent and moving in that direction, and eventually it will become your reality. So if that is what you want, I think you should pursue it. I mean, obviously finance is a factor, but you know, not every dentist who has made it had the perfect financial opportunity. You know, they defied those odds.
It's true.
Do you have any words you would like to say? Any motivation, any positive
Not the
message?
words that you're spitting out.
No, that's fine. Just like, let's pretend that you could talk to random people all across the world and you want to just, what would you want them to know from you? Any, like, you have a voice.
I guess just don't let like outside influences like deter you, I guess. Like, don't let like money stop you, because I feel like money is always such, people make money like their world. Don't let money make it like your world.
Yeah, so what I see is one is your health, because if you don't have health, you know, that's the most important. And then two is like family / connections, you know, family and friends. And then money can take care of pretty much everything else. But
True. Do you think money buys happiness?
I think it is the ultimate.
I think it's a key.
Yeah, the ultimate tool. You can have all the money in the world and still be upset if, you know, something happened to your dog, or if one of your family or friends was unhealthy. But it's definitely a big factor, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for your introduction, your input. My outro, I say stay sedulous. You want to do the outro? Just say stay sedulous.
I don't even know how to say that word. What does that word even mean?
Sedulous. It means dedicated and diligent. So like I was saying, as long as you gradually improve and stay persistent, then eventually your dreams will come true. Like, you are bound to achieve them.
True, like you're manifesting.
Exactly. I just remember there's also one other thing I want to add to it, because it goes hand in hand, and it is that you have to have a sense of delusion. Literally all of the successful people, like super successful people, they had to be delusional at first, because obviously nobody has achieved that level of feat that they have done. Like Bill Gates, for example, Quentin Tarantino, they both went years not making any progress, maybe progress, but not seeing it. Bill Gates was losing money for a lot of years until eventually he became the richest man in the world at the time. So don't underestimate how big you can dream. Comment down any questions you would like me to speak on, and moral of the story is don't be discouraged, dream as big as you want, and stay sedulous.